Hey guys, this is an installation for a new laptop screen for DV6-3054CA. The model number on this laptop in particular is WQ629UA. You'll find this information in the description also. So to start out, the things you'll need is obviously a broken laptop with a broken screen, a small star screwdriver. Now I can't tell you the exact specifications, but this is what it says on the screwdriver. It says 360/X50 screwdriver, and it's a small star one. I'll show you later in the video how you can determine what size screwdriver you have, or if you have the right one. You also need a roll of tape, and obviously a new replacement laptop screen from laptopscreen.com. So first things first is you'll want to take the battery out of the laptop. So we'll shut that guy down. It's probably not the right way, but that's okay. So we'll take out the battery, and then we'll open up the laptop. So first things first is you'll need to look in the bottom right, and so this is probably actually one of the hardest steps, especially on this laptop. So right down here is like a little black cover. So you could just pop that off with your finger. I just used the screwdriver in some cases to fiddle with it a little. There you go. Might be a little harder because I have taken this one off before. That's what it looks like, the cover. And next you're going to have to look really close, but there is a little screw in this hole here. It's right in there. I'm pointing to it. And so this is actually a really hard screw to get at. The way I got it was through the back. I kind of just put the screwdriver in like this and turned it. And so I had to kind of angle the laptop up and down like this to get the screw out. And so eventually got it out. You'll need to do the same on the other side here. First you take out the black cover and then the screw. So that's the hardest part. So now we're in clear waters. So the next part is to take off the cover for the screen. And so it's a little difficult, but you just have to put some power into it. So you reach from the inside and you pull. You'll hear some cracking, but don't worry. You shouldn't be breaking it. It's kind of normal for those noises to happen. So again, this is a little difficult too, just based on the way they made the laptop. So just take your time. You don't want to break anything, but again, you do need to be a little bit tough with it. Just kind of angle it a little. There you go. No broken pieces. Yay. Okay. Next things next is you're going to see some screws. Okay, so like I was saying, there are two screws at the top, one here and one here, that you need to take out. So this one and this one, so we'll just take those out real quick. So again, these ones are black, so you want to keep them together with the black ones because there's some silver ones later and the black ones don't fit in the silver holes. So once you do that, then you'll see there are 4 silver screws. There's 1, 2. I've already taken the bottom one out, that's why it's kind of like that. But there's 1, 2, and then the other side has 2 more just like that. I'll just show you real quick. So here's 3. Oh, can you see that? Here's 3, and number 4 down here. So first you have to take off the top 2. Because the bottom ones are hard to get at otherwise. And then after you take off the top one, you can kind of pull this out and you can access this. So you can see now we can see the bottom part here, and we can take that one out and just do the same thing on the other side. Start with the top one. And then you would do the bottom one here. So you can pause if you want to do the bottom one. I'm just going to move on here though, so then you can pop the screen right out. And so you should be careful at this stage just because the pin connector is pretty sensitive. So unravel the tape first. So we're just going to take off all of the tape. Now there's one strip that won't come off, and that's the one that's going straight up like this. Hopefully you can see that. So you're going to take that one off, this one off last, and then you pull the connector out nice and gently. There you go. We'll get rid of the old crappy screen that's broken. Maybe smash it later, I don't know, just kidding, I'm going to recycle it. And so here comes the new screen. So first pin connector in. So you want to be careful here. You want to make sure the two edges, there's two little gold connectors that they go underneath. Also made that mistake last time. So be a little forceful, but you don't want to break anything. And then tape down. So see, I didn't do it tight enough, so I'm going to try to redo it here. So you got to push it in and then push the tape down so that. So you got to get the connector in and then push the tape down. So just make sure the connector's in. You can usually tell if it's in properly or if it's sticking out a little. So here's one that's in properly because there's no space between the silver and the gold. If you see some space between silver and gold, then you need to push it in and then tape it again. So after you put that tape on, I put some extra tape on. I put some scotch tape across like this, and some scotch tape across like this, and then I did some like that. You just want to be sure that it's going to stay in there, right? And then what we'll do is we'll test it. So you might want to plug it in or put a battery in. Just want to make sure it works before we screw everything in, right? And also to make sure this video is worth following. There you go, it's working perfectly. We'll turn it off. And then so everything's in there. If you want, you can even maybe tape it in a little extra now that you know it's working for sure. I taped it pretty good. So the next thing is to first make sure all the wires are tucked in. You'll see this one likes to stick out. So pull it back a little. And then we're just going to screw everything back in. So we'll start with the silver ones on the bottom. Start with the silver ones on the bottom here. And so, I recommend you do both bottom ones and then the top one, but whatever floats your boat. See. So when you're done with this bottom screw, we'll do the top one here. And we'll do the top one on this side. And we'll do the ones at the top again here, which again are black ones now. Done with the top screws. We're pretty much right at the end here. We're going to put this guy back on. Just gonna, you have to bend the screen a little. There we go. and just snap it back on. So you might want to close it, and that'll kind of snap everything back in place. Open it up, looks pretty good. Fix the bottom a little, and then you're just going to do the two last screws again on the bottom and the corners here and here. So you can do that through the back again, just, you know, by angling it through the bottom and kind of tilting this. And that's pretty much how you replace the screen. Hope you guys had a good installation and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.